We're in peak season right now for the national parks. While the first family visited Yosemite and the Grand Canyon this weekend, in fact, it is very rare for African Americans to visit national parks. Tonight, the story of one of the few black park rangers at Yosemite who has some ideas about why this is happening and how to change it. Here's Eric Hung.
They have a quiet power and an arresting beauty. But to Shelton Johnson, America's national parks also speak the truth.
They tell the story of us as Americans, but they tell the story of ourselves as human beings in this world, on this planet.
Johnson is one of this country's few African-American park rangers, and his is a rare face of color at Yosemite. Of its visitors, less than 1% are black.
Is there a perception among African Americans that the national parks, well, that's where white people vacation?
Oh, I'm certain that there's a perception like that, yeah.
Johnson wants to change that, but he believes the disconnect between blacks and nature has deep roots. Slavery, he says, forever altered how they view the soil.
If you're working it and it's causing discomfort and pain, and you think that you might die because of this, there's just been this gradual loss of connection with the natural world.
The stirring canvas of Yosemite is in stark contrast to Detroit's inner city, where Johnson grew up. He never dreamed he'd be a park ranger until he visited Yellowstone as a young man.
It was so beautiful, it didn't feel that it could be real.
Today, Johnson is more than just a guardian of Yosemite. He's a keeper of its history. To parkgoers, he tells of the Buffalo Soldiers, a group of black cavalrymen who in the late 1800s were some of America's first park rangers.
I can't imagine not being in any other place.
He's featured in a new Ken Burns documentary on national parks and travels to classrooms to talk about its message.
I'm the only African-American park ranger in Yosemite.
But his is just one voice, and he hopes other African Americans will take up the cause.
If Oprah Winfrey is recreating in a national park, if it's Snoop Dogg, if it's a rapper, then that is actually sending a message that this is an environment that is also for us. Whenever we visit a national park, we're all going home. We're all tying into